Vaughn Gittin Jr., our #1 qualifier, a really good showing, and keep in mind that it was after a really big hit in practice, then got it back together, got a lot of practice runs, and then qualifying. Was the #1 until the final run, and he got the #1 spot. Here we go, Vaughn Gittin Jr. will lead the Monster Energy Nitto Tire Mustang RTR. Good initiation from him. Farouk with a feint entry, Vaughn Gittin Jr. on that high line. Nice job coming into that first rear clipping zone. Down now, through into the power alley. That's a touch and go. Boom. Hit it, quit it, fill the second rear clipping zone. He does just that. Farouk Hugay trying to hang tough there right now as Vaughn Gittin Jr. rounds out that final corner. Farouk, not a bad run, just quite a bit of distance behind. And the second portion of this battle, Farouk with that big feint entry. How's Vaughn Gittin Jr. going to chase it down? Farouk, a lot higher than his first run. Nice job. Vaughn Gittin Jr. dropping down off the bank into the power alley. How's Farouk going to manage? Nice job into the touch and go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. very hesitant there, but sticks to him, transitions through, and powers through the finish line. And there it is, it does deliver. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the win. Vaughn Gittin Jr. unanimously gets the win. Right, here we go, Christophe Blues, Dean Carnage through the start chicane, no cones hit. We got a clean start, here we go. Christophe Blues initiating, both of them initiating at the same time. Nice early initiation. Christophe's high on the bank, nice job. Dean Carney right there as well. Christophe's out to the touch and go, getting into it pretty deep. Dean Carney even deeper, foregoes that rear clipping zone, dropping back. Look at that horsepower that Christophe's had. And just as Christophe just navigates that course, just transitioning and just powering through. Run 2 of this top 32 battle. Hashtag FDSEA. Let everybody know you're watching Formula Drift Seattle, the battle in Seattle, aka the Throwdown. Dean Carney. So that's what we were talking about. It was Dean Carnage Carney and D-Mac a few years ago there that got into it. But right now, Dean Carney looking very settled. Nice on the bank. Way to come back with a vengeance for Dean Carney. Filling that second rear clipping zone. As Christophe Blues, so good chase position, transitions through. And Brian says one more time, Andy says, and unanimously, one more time, they are going at it again. Here we go, we are seeing Kaufman and Gray. Kaufman out front, that Ford V8 powered S13, good initiation. Gray, lower line, but Kaufman staying high, he looks really solid in practice. Into the touch and go. Kaufman does not even get out to the touch and go. Gray uses all the course. Kaufman knocking over that front clip, deduction. Kaufman really just, I mean, from kind of bookending the course. Digesting that first run are our 3 judges. Some moments of greatness for either the drivers at sea, as you said. Gray kind of struggling to stay high on the bank. Keeps it middle. Trying to massage it higher. Kaufman actually higher on the bank. Would like to see him utilize that lead car as a moving clipping point. Kaufman not getting out to the touch and go again. Gray does. Gray taking the front clip as a souvenir. Dropping it off in front of Kaufman. O'Brien, Andy, and Ryan, and it is unanimous. Matt Kaufman gets the win. He's from right here in the Pacific Northwest, so Matt Kaufman advances. So here we go, as we are going to see Mad Mike Wadette lead in what's deemed the Rad Bull. Red Bull MX-5, Alicantadale on Nexen tires, lighten them up. Mad Mike Wadette initiates, starts low, works it high. About a mid to high line coming off the bank. Alicantadale checking up. Wow, getting real lost in the smoke, doesn't get out to the touch and go, does fill that second zone, and Alicantadale makes his presence felt on Mad Mike's door. Wow. And I think he's regained some confidence here in the latter portion of this season. So here comes Alicantadale initiating the 2F performance bumper, of course falling off. Would be Alicantadale if he didn't lose a bumper in the run, right? As now he is high on the bank, coming into the touch and go. Doesn't get all the way out to that line, Mad Mike Wadette. So it seems like in the chase position, a lot of these guys, big angle from Alicantadale around that final clip, and Mad Mike Wadette giving chase. Alicantadale gets the win. Alicantadale gets the win. Loudmouth exhaust, BMW on Achilles radial, Jonathan Castro, Nexen tires. Toyota GT86, here comes Essa into the bank. Early separation, Essa high on the bank, nice job. Castro dropping low. Coming in the power alley, the BMW gets out to that yellow line. Castro does as well, nice execution, but now lacking the angle, diving in, nosing in on the door of Essa. Essa, oh, a big mistake by Essa. A dominant performance up until that point. Ryan, if you're gonna start it, you gotta finish it. That is really gonna hurt Michael Essa's chances in advancing here, Ryan.
Castro's spotter is concerned. It's settle your nerves, go out there and do a qualifying run.
Looking at all the spotters here in the grandstands, yeah, that's exactly what he needs to do. So we'll see Castro, see if he can hang it out, get up on the wall, kind of a slow crawl, rolling into that angle. Not a big, nasty initiation. Higher on the bank than he was in the chase position, but like I said, Michael Essa, he's striking with a vengeance. Coming into that second rear clipping zone, there it is, wheel to wheel from Essa. Jonathan Castro going through the course. But Ryan, you can't count out that spin by Essa. Here we go, let's make it official. Jonathan Castro gets the win. Our one more time battle here in the next entire top 32. Christos Blues, car number 80, HGK, Motul, Wisefab, BMW, and the Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper on Achilles Radials. Dean Carney giving chase, here we go. Looking a lot more settled, gaining some knowledge on that first battle on both the drivers. Christos into the touch and go. There's Dean as well. Look at that, diving in as the Dodge Viper. Nice job by Dean Carnage Carney, knocking over that front clip. Good execution, good battle. Using all the course there. I think this track really suits Christop's style. I think if he just gather his thoughts, you know, this is his second season in Formula Drift, and he's ready to go. But Dean Carnage Carney, he's been working hard on that Dodge Viper. Definitely a hard-working man, hard-traveling man. Traveling all over from his native Ireland. I know they're cheering him on at the local pub. As look at this. Now Dean high on the bank. Christoph, some wavering, dropping down lower. Dean doesn't get all the way out to that touch and go as Christoph. He has that power, but is he using it properly? Whoa, Christoph. An exciting way to end around that final clip. We have our judges' verdict. Dean Carnage Carney or Christos Blues, and Dean Carnage Carney, the Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper on Achilles Radials, gets the win. He came from really emulating the Japanese style, and now the boy from Michigan is behind the wheel of a Ford Mustang for numerous years. He has this really fusion style that's really exciting to watch. Tanner Faust pouring on the angle, very calm and collected, poised. Here comes Justin Pollock into the power alley. Tanner Faust not getting out to that touch and go, allowing Justin Pollock. So that's that attitude of Justin Pollock getting up there. Ryan, break it down. You know, when the car debuted, it seemed like he was really fighting it, but now it seems that he's taking that Rockstar Volkswagen Passat to a great place. Here we go. Justin Pollock, a lot more comfortable out front, pouring some more angle at it. Lighting those Falcon tires, the Roush Performance Ford Mustang. Tanner Faust just dropping into formation, gets thrown off there by that touch and go. Again, that big sedan, really hard, not as nimble as some of these other cars, and it seemed that Tanner Faust really got checked up there. Here is the verdict, Brian, Andy, and Ryan, and one more time, they're going at it again. Forsberg will lead, Cameron Moore will give chase. As they go through the start chicane, Forsberg will lead, then also Energy 370Z, Cameron Moore, nameless performance on Falcon tires. Forsberg some wavering there in the lead position, but high on the bank. Cameron Moore diving in, getting aggressive there, getting a touch and go. As Forsberg makes it out to the second rear clipping zone. Cameron Moore pulling across the finish line. So let's see how Cameron Moore comes out on top. He's going to get knocked out by, again, the two-time Formula Drift champion of Chris Forsberg. Cameron Moore initiating, looking a lot more solid here, getting up to that wall. Chris Forsberg into the power alley. Cameron Moore putting his car in the right place. Forsberg diving on the inside. Cameron Moore taking out that front clip. Crawling around that final front clip is Cameron Moore and Chris Forsberg. Slide him right for Forsberg, left for Moore. And there's a one more time. Andy and Ryan say Chris Forsberg gets the win. And here we go. Dio Shihara will lead. Alex Hilbrun will give chase. Quick little feint right in front of Alex. Both cars looking calm, cool, collect is Dio Shihara. Alex Hilbrun right there tucking in that cloud of smoke. Oh, and Alex Hilbrun goes in on the inside. And that front right wheel is not where it should be, unfortunately. as Alex Hilbrun comes to a halt. Dio Shihara on the start line. This is his bye run to advance onto the top 16 as Alex Hilbrun is IMR Racing Team, or IMR, BMW. And let's get Dio Shihara running through the course. And there we go. So Dio Shihara leaves start line, and this might, you know, we said, hey, we want to see you drifting, but just basically show that your car runs, and this is a good opportunity for him to make sure everything's up to snuff. If he's advancing on top 16, and yeah, Dio Shihara not holding anything back. Oh gosh! And just as I say that, an incident for Dio Shihara, a hard hit there on that front left. Oh man, a bummer for Dio Shihara. Two very dynamic drivers. Here we go. Tanner Faust through the start chicane. Clean start. You see that thing kick out towards the wall there briefly. Now he's going to kick out to it as long as he possibly can. Justin Pawlak a lot more settled, high on the bank. Nice job by Pawlak chasing him down. Tanner Faust looking calm. Pawlak gets out to that touch and go. Here comes Faust into that front clip. Both of them navigating it. Across the finish line. Tanner Faust in their first battle, this being the one more time, struggled chasing down Justin Pawlak. Got choked up as he went into the first portion of the track, and as Ryan said, kind of missed an opportunity there on his lead run. Here we go. Justin Pawlak initiating Tanner Faust. Good proximity, not as much angle. You can see him locking up that front right tire. A lot of left foot brake there from Tanner Faust. Coming into the touch and go. Justin Pawlak getting out of that touch and go. Transitioning is Faust. Pawlak, now Faust lunges forward. Can he make this transition here? Seems to be struggling there, but dials it in. Tanner Faust gets the win. Tanner Faust gets the win.
I saw him during the break. He said, I'm going to throw a bunch of NOS at it, a bunch of boost at it, see what happens.
I'm going to grenade this thing.
If I grenade it, then I know I'm going to have to go buy it.
Okay, so there's another early start there, and it is a clean start. So, yeah, and I'm sure the line of communication between Odi and Chelsea was like, hey, Odi, FYI, I am down a major horsepower, but Chelsea Denofa, I saw his Instagram post. He said, drive it into the ground is what he said. So you could see it there. Very evident that Chelsea Denofa struggling, but now he gains that proximity. Still puts on a show here. Odi Bakshi's a solid lead run. Chelsea Denofa just fortunately nowhere to be found. Chelsea Denofa, competition timeout. He used it. Is it going to be enough? Did he turn enough bolts? Did he tune it up just right? 4 cylinders, he said he's down to. How is he going to fare right now? It looks like he's firing on all, regardless of amount of cylinders. Looks like 4. Chelsea Denofa high on the bank. Odi Bakshi's now into the power alley, chasing him down. Chelsea Denofa, man, doesn't look like he's down any horsepower. Locking up that front left wheel. You can see it coming into that final front flip, and Chelsea Denofa brings it around tight. Odi Bakshi's gets the win. So we have 2 schools of thoughts here as far as the V8 and the V8, as far as Forrest Wang running the 2JZ. Get Nuts Laboratory S15 Sylvia, Jeff Stoneback, VK56. It is a Nissan V8 under the hood of the 370Z. Forrest Wang initiating, high on the bank, nice smoke, good angle from Forrest Wang. Stoneback reeling him in, coming into the power alley. How's he gonna fare? Gets out to the touch and go. Stoneback a bit shallow out to the touch and go. Throwing him off the line, not enough room to really transition in, and throws him off the remainder of the course. Stoneback on the right there in the lead position. Stoneback from Pennsylvania. Family cheering him on. And here we go. Stoneback, good initiation. Really settled. Is Stoneback. Forrest Wang coming into, and Stoneback way deep into that touch and go, but does get back to fill that second zone. Forrest Wang right there. Get Nuts Laboratory lead scientist. Forrest Wang going to the judges, Brian, Andy, and Ryan, and it's unanimous. Also be sure to visit the Blackview Dash Cameras booth here. Educate yourself on dash cameras, and they have special deals going on as well. Here we go. Frederick Osbo initiates in that TC. Kyle Mohan shimming his way to the door of Frederick Osbo. Osbo high and tight on the wall. Kyle Mohan gaining that proximity, coming into the power alley. Kyle Mohan cuts through that next entire smoke. They're lunging forward, nice. That's Frederick Osbo. executes just flawlessly. Very well done there. These guys have gone against each other 5 times before, and I got to say, Kyle Mohan debuting this MX-5 this year. I think he's looking really strong. He's looking like a contender. You know, unfortunately for him, he's getting dealt one of the most consistent drivers in Formula Drift history, and quickly has received more wins than, you know, he's tied basically for the most wins and got to 7 wins, the fastest of any Formula Drift driver. Here we go. Kyle Mohan leading, Frederick Osbo giving chase. Mohan looking very strong out front. Here I'm lifting a little bit, but then coming to the power alley, banging away. Frederick Osbo maybe giving himself a bit of a cushion there, coming into that final S-turn, and then into the final clip. Kyle Mohan rotates. I was gonna say, Mohan maxing out that angle, similar to Matt Kaufman. He was really nailing it. Brian, Andy, and Ryan. It is unanimous. Juha Rintanen, Matt Field, 777, got a new livery there, new bumper, but same rock and roll attitude from the Beast from the Bay. Matt Field and Juha Rintanen. Here we go, Matt Field initiating. Big smoke, big angle coming from Matt Field, dropping down a little early here. Juha even lower there on the bank. Matt Field transitions through, throwing down some Falcon tire smoke in Juha's face. Juha. Matt Field dropping the RPMs, dropping the speed, but keeps it sideways across the finish line. Juha Rintanen is a no-show. This is a quick buy run here for Matt Field. Matt Field will advance on here, and a quick, easy battle for him.
Yeah, he's looking very strong out there. Another basically practice run for Matt Field.
Yeah.
One more opportunity to hit the track before the top 16. He certainly looks very, very solid this weekend. You know, he always says, I would not be out here competing if I didn't think I could win events and win championships. So that is the kind of attitude that you definitely need to have. He will be facing the winner of this next battle, Jared, Kenny Moen versus Charles Ng.
Tyler McCory will lead the Mobil 1 Safecraft Racing Equipment, Falcon Tires, GoPro Chevrolet Camaro. Then we have the ISR BC Racing Pennzoil S13 of Pat Gooden. Here we go. Tyler McCory using all the track. Got a clean start. Camaro initiates. Into the bank. Tyler McCory, big angle. Pat Gooden. Couple car lengths behind, but looking strong. Power alley, who's going to seize the moment? Tyler McCory gets out to the second clipping zone. Both of them tied to the front clip. Pat Gooden lacking a bit of angle there. Brings it on home across the finish line. Moen and Ng are our next battle. After that, Gucci and Jones. And last, Ryan Turk and Nishida. Here we go. Gooden, bright yellow Pennzoil hood. Putting it down. Tyler McCory gets close and personal. Riding shotgun with Pat Gooden on the Seattle bank. Coming to the power alley, Pat Gooden, Tyler McCory, getting out to the touch and go. Both the drivers. A great lead run from Pat Gooden, but Tyler McCory not backing down. Big transition here from Gooden. A lot of speed being scrubbed. Man, I gotta say, there was a lot of speed being scrubbed there, and it seemed that Tyler McCory, that could have definitely choked him up there, but held on to it. Taking a look at the judge's verdict, Tyler McCory unanimously gets the win. As gets a quick little jump there, and here we go. Kenny Moen out front, got Bill. Achilles Radial BMW, Charles Ng giving chase. Kenny Moen, that's what we were talking about, that fluidity there from Kenny Moen. Both these guys on Achilles Radials as Charles Ng getting aggressive in the chase, and Kenny Moen powering through. Man, the BMW's looking pretty solid. Charles Ng, we've seen him at competitions in the S chassis, but Kenny Moen we haven't seen at all. He was doing some other racing in his native Norway, and looks like a cone hit there in the chase position is fine. Again, a cone hit in the chase position is allowed. As now Charles Ng, look at Kenny Moen right there, closing the gap into the power alley. Big angle from Moen. Is that going to pay off, or is that going to hurt him? Doesn't seem to hurt him much at all, as Charles Ng, a good lead run, taking out that final front clip, while Kenny Moen using all of the course. So Charles Ng, Kenny Moen, do we have a victor? Brian, Andy, and Ryan. Kenny Moen gets the win. Ken Gucci, Greddy Performance, part of the Boost Brigade. Let's call it what it is, the lead captain of the Boost Brigade, Greddy Performance. Nexen Tires, SR by Toyota GT86, Jeff Jones in the Doc X, turbocharged V8 powered S14. See some of these things. sounds cool when Gushi goes around, and there he is, separating himself from Jones. Jones still good angle, trying to close that gap coming in to the power alley. Ken Gushi putting the car in that rear clipping zone. Jeff Jones navigating the front end of that black S14. Trying to get closer to Gush. A good run there. Who's going to come out on top? Jeff Jones. Let's see. Clean start. No cones hit. Are we going to have a victor here? Are they going one more time? Jones throws it down. Ken Gushi a little bit lower the line. Jones throwing more angle at it. Gushi right there. Almost rubbing some tires here. Coming into the power alley. Jones getting out of that touch and go. Gushi transitions. Seemed a bit cautious there, coming around that final front flip. Jones and Gushi make some noise. Slide him left for Jones, right for Gushi. Ken Gushi gets the win. Ryan Tuerck, Robin Ishida celebrating Gum Out Heritage Week here with that Max livery there. Been around since World War II, the 2JZ. Hankook Hankook tires on the corner of that SR by Toyota 86, and Ryan Tuerck goes into the wall. And Ryan Tuerck hits the wall hard. You can see the 1552 wheels sustaining some damage. Robin Ishida navigating the course. Ryan, unfortunate circumstances for Ryan Tuerck. He used his competition timeout yesterday. This is our final battle. Robin Ishida will get the win, advancing on to the top 16 is Achilles Radial G37.
Yeah, just needing to make a pass here. He'll do that, then that will close out. The top 32 for us will be back here to start precisely at 5 o'clock for opening ceremony. Steps running, a lot of other cool things for you guys. Lots of action along the way. And Robin Ishida shows himself mechanically functional. We'll move on to the top 16, and the bracket is now set for round 6.
Round 6 of the Formula Drift Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Robin Ishida, little celebratory bye run here, advancing on to the top 16. Robin Ishida gets the win.